One thing that you may struggle with the most within your family unit is asking for help. You may feel overwhelmed by the demands on your time, but you do your best to keep it all together and just get her done all by yourself. And maybe one of the reasons you do this is because asking for help can be incredibly hard. Well, asking for real help, that is, because that's not for the faint of heart. It can be something that can be learned, but it's not something that comes naturally to many people. You may find it hard to ask for help because you find it hard to trust. Even if it's with people in your own family, you just don't want to get hurt, and the fear of being rejected if you ask makes it far too painful for you to actually follow through and ask for the help that you need. You've convinced yourself that you will be let down. It can be easier to stay in victim mode than it is to be courageous and ask for the help that you need. And the reality is that you actually may not feel worthy of help. That makes things a little harder. You may relate to the feeling of worthlessness. You may have no idea how it feels to feel worthwhile. You may feel ashamed of not being able to do it all on your own. You may pride yourself on being independent, and you may not want to burden anyone with your so-called problems. You don't want to put it on your partner or your children. Asking for help for some people can also feel selfish. You feel that others are worse off than you and that you should just grin and bear it. Each of us has different reasons why we struggle with asking for help. But in this moment, I'm asking you to take the risk. Let go of your ego, not your ego, and trust. Trust yourself and trust others. Trust the people that have chosen to be in your life. They've chosen to be there. Trust that you are the perfect parent for your child or your children. And you may even find help in the most surprising places when you take this chance. Quite often, people don't pay attention to the love they already have in their lives. You may notice and become aware of the support that you already have. You may be guilty of ignoring your blessings, and sometimes so much so that you go in search of greener pastures only to have the same issues run on repeat. You may be subconsciously setting yourself up to fail and have strained relationships under your roof. You might be doing that. And it's okay. It makes sense that your inner critic would guide you in that direction. That's all it knows. I can share with you that I've been guilty of doing this myself. But when you're a parent, you have a chance to rewrite your story about the support in your life. You have a chance to look at the beautiful humans you care for and see yourself as worthy of being loved and supported. When you allow yourself to receive, you teach your child to do the same. By learning how to ask for help in a healthy, proactive manner, you can role model this for your kids. You can break the cycle of victimhood and adopt the path of victorhood. I know that's not a word, but I made it up for a little fun. I understand that it's not easy because I have been there. It wasn't until I solidified my self-image did I actually understand what asking for help truly meant. Asking for help meant being okay with being imperfect and being okay with not being impervious. Asking for help meant being okay with receiving. People that can help us the most can also hurt our hearts the most because they're the closest to your heart. It's an emotional gamble, but the way you put the odds in your favor is to focus on awakening your inner champion. Focus on seeing your worth. Put a higher price on yourself, please, because the people in your life are in your life because they want to be. Not asking for help is just one of the ways your inner critic sets you up to fail. Can you think of other areas in your life where you do this? If you can, please make sure to let me know in the comments below. If you're struggling with the idea of asking for help, a good place to start is by making a list of things people have offered to help you with, especially in your household. Sometimes you can't understand the sheer volume of love and support you have in your life until you do an audit like this. List as much as you'd like and go back in time if you need to. You're trying to develop an understanding of your support system that life, responsibilities, and busyness can easily blind you from seeing. Drawing a clear view by writing it out helps keep you on track and keeps you in the moment and in reality. Don't take shortcuts and tell yourself that no one has ever offered to help you in your whole life. Because remember that if someone offers to help, it's up to you to follow up and follow through. Don't expect them to chase you so they can help you. Follow up on their offers to help because they want to, and it's on you. Some advice. You need to be very specific about what you need help with. I used to ask for help in a vague or generalized fashion with lots of maybes and only ifs because I was so afraid to commit to asking for help in the first place. My guess is that if I did this, then a whole bunch of other people probably do it too. By being specific, you give the person you're asking the best chance to contribute. In other words, you set yourself up to win and them up to win. Most people are willing and able to help, but only when they know what you need. I'll give you a really simple example. When I first was married, one of my sisters gave me some advice about marriage, and she said, when you ask your husband to help you with the laundry, make sure to let him know to put the clothes in the dryer as well, because sometimes their perception of helping with something like the laundry might just be following that exact instruction. And so you need to be clear. Don't assume that they know what you're thinking, because those are the kinds of things that set you up to fail. Once you've set the systems up and you've asked them a few times, hey, when you do can you wash and dry the clothes for me? You don't have to spell it out in as much detail, but especially when it comes to children, you do want to spell out your expectations because that's how they learned your systems, and then they can contribute in a meaningful way and feel really good because they know you feel good about the help that they offered you. Asking for help takes practice, so make sure you start small. Asking for help from the people you live with that are under your roof, it's really an important way to develop and strengthen those connections and bonds. And when you can ask for help in a clear, concise, predictable manner, guess what's going to happen? That learning to like each other gets better. So I'd like to know, what do you need help with today? Let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. You can expect videos every Friday with me, Ranbir Puar, all about parenting, kids, and family, developing growth, connection, communication, and resilience under your roof. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified. You can also follow me on social media for more content and for us to stay connected. All the links are available in my profile. You can also find other resources for parents and kids if you head to my online school. The link is available in the description, or just go to innerchampion.me.